Hi everyone, welcome to Depth, Not Just Headlines. I'm Deborah Anderson. Today we'll be looking at the recent news flooding the media about President Trump suggesting that people inject themselves with certain poisonous items to help, cure COVID-19 or just coronavirus as a whole. Of course, this has gone viral. And I want to point out that just as Trump has been careless in his statements, the media itself has been careless in how it disseminates the information that it receives. Now, some may say the media is wrong, some may say Trump is wrong, but I believe that they are both wrong because we are both entities, right? That the general public depends on for information, right? And if we're going to feed them information, there are those people who are gullible and may not do the research for themselves, and they just go based on what we tell them. And it's our responsibility to ensure that what we tell them, right, is fulfilling. It's in the same way when you think about suicides. Keep in mind that it's a mental illness that drives people to commit suicide. And that's the reason we do not speak much about it in the general media, out of fear that people will run and, go commit suicide as well, or, it will just start a pattern. Okay, people are copycats. So we've seen that in children, we've seen that in adults, okay? Not everyone is mentally stable. So it's very disheartening that the media would be, propagating this. And I'm thinking that the president, God forbid, if one day he makes a statement and say, hey, go kill yourself, are we going to jump on it and just keep talking about it? I mean, we can hold him accountable for it. But when day 2, day 3, day 4, following that, when you check the internet, all you can see is news of that negative statement, then it speaks to our desperation as media personnel, or could be a hidden agenda as well. So I'm just suggesting that we really be careful as to what we promote in the media. And of course, our President Trump has made a lot of statements that sometimes I wonder where he pulls them from, because it's just unbelievable that someone who is the leader of a first world country can make these utterances and believe that it is okay. It's very heartbreaking to think that that person is leading me, because whether we like it or not, he is our leader. And we have to really hold him accountable for the things that he says. But we also have a responsibility to not put certain things that he says on display, because it makes us look as stupid as, I won't even call him stupid, but it just makes the way we speak come across as stupid, just in the same way as he does. Okay? And that's the nicest way I can put it. All right. So the next thing we heard was that following President Trump's statement, the poison control centers reported a spike in calls, right? And we are yet to get any correct figures. We have to remember that there were already spikes in the calls because a lot more people are home. All the children are home, and a lot more cleaning supplies, disinfectants are in play because of the reason people are home. We're facing a pandemic, and children are messing with these products. Not saying that none of the calls were related to the president's comments, but I'm just saying that sometimes we just jump and make reports, and then we have nothing, no substantial evidence, no credible evidence to back the information that we're disseminating to the public. We really need to think and be careful and weigh the things that we put out there. People aren't stupid anymore. People can research for themselves. People have been doing that. We've seen, you talk about spike, look at the spike in usage of the internet. now compared to years ago. All right. So think about it. We know the truth hurts. We have to remember that as media people. And that's the reason we don't talk much about suicide and certain things, right? The truth hurts. So, in the same way, Trump speaks of something poisonous. We don't go help to push that poison into people's minds, right? So, again, let's just all play our part, right, in ensuring that we get through this pandemic as safely as we possibly can. And that involves us as media people being careful what we put out there to the general public, and for the public to weigh the information that they get, right? Do your fact checks, right? Don't just jump on what you're told. And we know not everybody's smart enough, but for those who are, please just try your best to give the right information to people. I know we're not in control of people, but we'd be surprised how influential we are with the things that we put out there to the general public. All right. So again, Mr. President, please, if you don't have anything to say, just leave the experts to present the information. We'd greatly appreciate that. All right. This is not about you. This is not about the media. This is about the lives of millions of people out there. And you can't just come out and make a careless statement and then take it back and say, oh, I was being sarcastic. Whether you were being sarcastic or not, that was just ridiculously stupid. That was careless, right? And you need to be held accountable for it. And when you're held accountable, don't run and hide like a child, okay? Stand up and take it like a man. Admit to your wrong and move along. That's the problem we've been having. You don't admit when you're wrong. Media, we need to do so as well. Draw back whenever it is that we've crossed the line. Yes, there's freedom of the press, but we're not called to be careless. We're not called to be irresponsible. Take responsibility. Thanks for joining me for another episode of Depth, Not Just Headlines. I'm Deborah Anderson. Please remember to hit that subscribe button. All right? Love and light.